Good morning. It is 7 a.m. on the dot. I just started walking. I waited till I got away from the tent because Pac-Man was still there getting his stuff together. It's another cold one. I did have ice in my water bottles this morning, but I did sleep with my filter last night. Not as cold as yesterday. I have shorts on today, which I almost always hike in shorts. But yesterday I even had pants and gloves and everything. It's blue skies, sunshine, and here's the dealio. Just depending on how the day goes, there's a chance we end up at Davila Ranch tonight. There's a chance we stop short and spend all day there tomorrow. If their Wi-Fi is good enough to upload videos, I will be there for a while because I'm way behind in my YouTube work. So, I don't know, we'll just take it as it comes, see how it goes. One thing I was reflecting on last night is, I'm just doing what I feel like doing, but it almost feels like I've rushed some of the CDT experiences. Like I've met people and I've been around them, but they're usually coming into town when I'm leaving the town. I was only at Doc's for a couple hours that morning to get the box and go because I'd come in the night before and everybody else was like going to stay the day there. And I don't know. I think this next little section I may slow it down a bit. We'll see. Apparently this is the way that people get to Reserve. Some people go to a town called Reserve, New Mexico. It wasn't in my plan to go there. I think it's a good way. It's like 40 or more miles off trail. That way would be the red line, but I'm going this way, the blue line. This is the Pie Town alternate, and you got to go this way to go to Davila Ranch. It is exactly 8 a.m. Been walking for 1 hour, done 3 miles. Things feel good today, man. I ended up taking a Benadryl last night. Slept really good. Like compared to yesterday, I hadn't slept well. Everything was frozen. I was carrying a ton of water, and I started the day with my feet in pain. Today, walking into that water, I drank a bunch of water that I had, so I was super hydrated. I slept really well, ate a little extra for dinner last night, and man, I feel so good today. And it also helps that it's getting warm fast. It's about time to stop and take this mid-layer off. And it looks like I'm just gonna be on this 2-track maybe all day. It's a couple minutes after 9:30. I just stopped for a brief break. I was stopped about 10 or 15 minutes. Needed to retape a toe, put some sunscreen on my face, move some water around, things like that. I also was gonna put on some anti-chafing, and I'm in the middle of nowhere. Like nobody's anywhere. I haven't seen anybody. I'm miles out in the middle of nowhere. I got my pants around my knees, applying this chafing stuff, and I hear a dog bark close. And I quickly look up, pull my pants up. There's nobody anywhere. Never heard the dog again, never saw anything. But man, I thought I literally got caught with my pants down. It's almost 11 o'clock. And been thinking a lot this morning about what I've been struggling with on this trail and why it feels this way. I've only seen, today's day 16, and I've only seen comments on like day 1 and 2, maybe day 3 of the YouTube videos. So maybe you all have already picked up on this and been commenting on this, I don't know. But what do you think? I'm going to tell you in a few minutes. I got to think about how to put it in the right words. What do you think? What do you think the hardest thing on this trail is for me? And I'll tell you this, it's not the shape of the trail and continually getting off trail and lost. That's not it at all. What do you think? Either just think about it and wait for me to tell you, or jump down and put in your thoughts in the comments. Okay, here goes. I am bored. So far, the CDT has been extremely monotonous and boring. I'm going to try to break this into some categories and not ramble too much about my reasons for saying this. One, let's talk about the scenery and the trail itself. I feel like I'm struggling to even find footage to show you all that's cool. Yeah, there's some things that are pretty here, but compared to the PCT and the Arizona Trail, like between those two, there's nothing new here. Everything I've seen in New Mexico is just like something I've seen on another trail. Yes, the Gila alternate, the big cliff walls canyon walls were really majestic, but they didn't compare to the Grand Canyon. And let's not forget, the Gila isn't even officially the CDT. Like, that's a side quest that most of us do because the regular CDT is boring. The other thing, maybe it has to do with my why. Like, I really wanted to hike the AT more than anything. When it was time to hike the PCT, I wanted to hike the PCT for the PCT. I really had no desire to hike the Continental Divide Trail for any reason other than I want a Triple Crown. And this is just the means to the end. The next thing is it feels like there's really nothing to look forward to on this trail. There's like stopping points to resupply, but there's nothing going on. There's no, like, so far, there hasn't been anything I'm looking forward to. I wanted to get into Gila and see the Gila. But aside from that, there's nothing I've been really like looking forward to or trying to make it to. It just feels like every day is a grind. Get up, do 20 something miles, get to camp, do all the chores to keep yourself alive, and do it again the next day. And on the other trails, it's rare that you have to go this many days between like real towns. So this is day 6 out of Silver City. And the next real town with like hotels is Grants. And it's going to be another 6 or 7 days before I get there. Like, I've done stretches that long in the Sierra, but the Sierra is so different. It's so like majestic, and every day you have a mission and it's like exciting. And this is just waking up and mostly walking on dirt and gravel roads. So that's just what I've been thinking about this morning. I need some excitement in my life out here. I'm hoping these videos aren't too boring, but I'm afraid they may be because I'm struggling with boredom myself. Something exciting! Just changed from one type of road to the other. I've been on a dirt road that you'd have to have like an off-road vehicle, like a high clearance Jeep. And now I'm on a regular gravel road that most cars could drive on. How about some positivity? There's some excitement. Well, this is trouble. I can't find the water cache. There's a spring supposed to be somewhere here. But there's even a comment yesterday that there's a water cache with 18 gallons. Oh, maybe it's over there? Nope. Huh. Well, I'm gonna have to keep looking around because I need this water. Okay, I found it. It's over here. It's 11:35. I've done, I think, 12.6 miles. Pretty good, but it's gonna be break time. I'm gonna probably stop for 30 minutes or so, rest my feet, get a little more water, and then keep rolling. It is right at noon. I had a break, put some more wrap on one of my toes, Did a little other toe fixing. Got some water. The guy who maintains the cache, I think his name was Patrick, he showed up to refill the cache. Really nice talking to him. I haven't seen any of the others. Well, when I say the others, haven't seen Pac-Man yet. I figured he'd show up while I was there. The one thing Patrick told me is I've got a long, steep climb right now. And apparently there's a lookout tower on top of this mountain I'm about to climb. And he works the lookout tower. But here goes to climbing. Okay, it took me an hour and 35 minutes to get up to the top of this thing, climbing the whole time. It's like 3.7 miles. Apparently there's some kind of lookout tower somewhere in the woods. My map says I've already passed the walkway to it, but I've never seen a walkway, so I don't know if it's get a bushwhack or what, but I don't care enough to go hunting for it because I don't even know if you can go up it or anything. But the guy that filled the water cache told me once I get up that big climb, it's all flat or downhill all the way to the Davila Ranch. So let's hope for that and hope it's smooth treadway. I did get another road change. So I have been on a regular drivable gravel road. We're back to a rougher, I don't know if it's not really a dirt road, I guess it's a rougher road. This road has been very rough and rocky, so it has drastically slowed my pace. I'm getting pretty close to a break time here. It is break time. It's about 2:45. I've done 18.2 miles and I have 9.5 to Davila Ranch. I need to sit here for at least 30 minutes and let my feet take a break. So I don't know what I'm going to do as far as if I'm going to go all the way to Davila Ranch or not. I don't really want to get there like too late after dark when people are all settled in, if there's many people there. So if that ends up being the case, I'll just stop short of there and go in first thing in the morning. So Davila Ranch, from my understanding, is, it's not like a resort or anything like that. It's a guy has this stopover rest spot for GDT cyclists and CDT hikers. And from what I understand, it's just like a 500 square foot metal building that he allows people to tent outside of. And then he has showers, laundry, and Wi-Fi, and like a charging station for people. And then it's they supply it with potatoes, onions, canned beans, and eggs, and you can cook your own food. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I would like to be there before dark and maybe even zero there tomorrow if they have good enough Wi-Fi that I can upload videos there, because we're getting close to the point where if I don't get some videos uploaded, there's going to be some gaps in the days. So not sure what's going to happen yet, but for now I'm going to eat something and take a break, and then we'll get going again. On the road again, on the road again, literally on the road again. We need some more positivity in today's video. So let me tell you what I had for lunch, because it was good. So I have some concoctions I made up in this box that I'm eating out of now. That is like granola and then Fruit Loop flavored protein powder. So you add water and it tastes like you're eating like kids cereal, but it's like a little over 40 grams of protein. So the last 2 mornings it's been so cold, there was no way I was eating like ice cold breakfast. So I have a few of those. So I just had one of them for lunch. It was really good. Put me in a good mood, I'm just looking at this road in a whole new light, thinking, man, I love all this road walking. What in the world am I looking at? It's like an alpaca or a llama or something. There's another one hiding there. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Thing's not moving like it's a statue. Okay, I've never been around these things, and this thing's like walking towards me instead of away from me. I'm a little more afraid of you guys than I am like big cows. All right, I went by and got a safe distance. They kept coming at me. I was like, all of a sudden, throwing my arms up yelling, and they didn't even flinch. I think that's an alpaca, but I don't know. Maybe they were tame and they wanted treats. I'm used to cows and everything else. They all get out of your way. Are those the ones that spit at you, or is that a llama? Huh. Well, I wanted excitement. There's a little bit of excitement. All right, this could be interesting. So I just came through that gate, and I double checked my map. I'm on the route, and there's lots of footprints. Somebody has posted private property, no trespassing, right here. So it's supposed to be the trail, so I don't know. Sometimes the trails go through private property and they have like easements. But it's odd that that'd be posted right there on the trail. There's tons of footprints through here. I guess if I get shot at or something by some rancher, I couldn't say I had a boring day. Changing roads again. I have been doing a much better job the last 2 days at hydrating. When I was in the river and it was cold, I just wasn't drinking much water, and I had so much more leg pains at night, and my body just wasn't recovering as well. I knew it was partially sleep and partially hydration. I drank a lot more water the last 2 days, and it's made a huge difference. Right now I am down to 1 drink of water, and my next water is coming up soon, about a half mile. We are looking for a water spigot that's near the base of a fallen down windmill tower. Don't take for granted that sink that you can just go turn on, or the refrigerator or something. Sometimes we get out here and we gotta go on scavenger hunts for water. Guess somebody just drove that thing out there until it died and left it. There's a tiny old cabin there on the hillside with no roof, or caved in roof, I guess. There. And I think this is what we're looking for. All right, here's my water. Okay, got some water. It is 4:55 p.m. I am 5.2 miles out. So I should be able to make it there by about 7, which is more. I'll be there more than an hour before dark. So I am going to Davila Ranch. And hopefully they don't have like rules about like how late you take showers or that. Because if I could do shower and laundry tonight, that'd be amazing. It'd be cool if there's not very many people there. So there's like no lines for laundry and things like that. But anyway, that's the plan. We're headed there. So today should be a 27.7. And if you're wondering what the treadway is going to look like for the next 5.2, it's going to be a road. I'm looking south behind me. Some pretty mountains up there. Had some decent cell signal for a bit. Get to call and talk to my mom, finish the conversation that dropped the other day. Also got some messages from some of you guys popped through about some virtual trail magic. I don't always thank people by name. I know a lot of people don't want their names out there. So I'm just gonna say thank you to those of you who sent me something before this hike or who have so far. It's more motivating and helpful than you probably realize. My hike is funded, like I have the money to do it, but it makes it so much easier and so much nicer when I could get decent motels in town that have better Wi-Fi so I can upload these videos. So just want to say thank you very much. The messages I just received changed my mindset completely, and I'm back to feeling incredibly grateful to be out here, and just thankful for the experience. It is 6:35 and I'm walking up on this place. It's somewhere right here through the trees. I'm not sure what the situation's gonna be, but just in case there's a lot of people here, I'm gonna go and close this out now. So thank you all for watching. I know today was a bit of a roller coaster. Thanks for sticking with me. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. 27.7 in the books.